People want to call me racist for what? What have I said racist about? Black fighters? Black fighters, listen, I'm a black fighter for crying out. I fight like a black fighter and I'm Spanish. So shoot, I'm black from the waist down, you feel me? So, I'm not sorry. This is why this fight means everything to me. If they want the black fighters, they could keep them. I brought Bud Light to Top Rank. If they want the black fighters, they could keep them.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So what you just heard was the voice of two-division world champion, former unified lightweight world champion, now reigning WBO junior welterweight world champion, superstar boxer, Teofimo Lopez. Teofimo Lopez is a Latino fighter who clearly wants to separate himself from his black roots, his black heritage, right? As many people do, because they're not very educated on their history. They're not very educated on mankind to begin with, and they're not educated on race, right? They're just not educated on it. And clearly Teofimo Lopez is one of them. Everybody wants to accept being black when it comes to the perks, the good things. But when it comes down to being black, when it counts as for the negative things, they want to distance themselves. Teofimo Lopez is born in Brooklyn, New York, okay? Teofimo Lopez, again, like I said, is a Latino fighter. And Teofimo Lopez never short on saying some controversial things, okay? Never. Which is absolutely fine, right? I have zero problem with that. You know, he's of Honduras descent, right? That's where he's from, right? He represented Honduras in the 2016 Olympics, his roots, as he's supposed to, right? What Teofimo Lopez continues to reference, you know, some comments that he made that was distasteful, and in order to try to clean them up, he's just digging it deeper. So Teofimo Lopez states that, as you heard in the video, that legendary promoter, Top Rank CEO Bob Arum, and ESPN and Top Rank, they are catering to the black fighters, right? He went on a rant how they're catering to the black fighters and how his contract is almost up with Top Rank, ESPN, and Bob Arum, and they can have and keep all the black fighters because he's leaving. Well, my question is to go where? Because unfortunately for Teofimo Lopez in this situation, the black fighters run the sport of boxing and have been for quite some time, right? And to educate Teofimo Lopez, who stated, I'm black, I fight like a black fighter. You don't fight like a black fighter because your roots are black, okay? You are a light-skinned black that speaks a different language, nonetheless, and came from a different island. That's the difference, okay? And so it just baffles me all the time when I hear people speak on these types of things. And many people, I wasn't going to even address this, and then many people kept asking me to speak on it and give my thoughts and what I think about it. What I think about it is this: it's ignorance. You have a lot of people who choose not to educate themselves. They want to distance themselves from their melanated roots, but then want to acknowledge and accept it when it comes to the good. But when it comes to the negative, they don't want to represent that. But you can see the way Teofimo Lopez is dressed, the way he acts, the way he talks. He adopts the culture, the quote-unquote African-American culture, community, the hip-hop culture that was created in the African-American community. And he's from Brooklyn, right? And he says he acts, you know, his genes, where he gets his athletic ability from, it's more than likely the melanin in his system. So then he goes, I'm, then he throws out an insult. Well, I'm black from the waist down. That's an old saying, because back in slavery times, they would measure men at that time by their privates, right? And they would also say that, the African Americans, the black people have, well endowed. 90% are well endowed. So it's a compliment, but it's a compliment to another race, but it's a backhand compliment to the African American race. It's a compliment to another race to say, well, I'm well endowed, like African Americans or black people. But it's a slap in the face to the black people, because it's like a backhand compliment, because it's saying that that's all we're good for. So you willing to praise and be happy that you are well endowed like African American, but you quick to tell the people that you're not black. I'm Spanish. That's equivalent to, you're not from Spain. You have adopted their language. And so here's the thing. Imagine a Caucasian person saying, I'm not Caucasian, I'm Russian. I'm not Caucasian, I'm German. I'm not Caucasian, I'm from Spain. That sounds pretty silly, doesn't it? Only the quote unquote minorities would love to say, I'm not black, I'm Latino. No, you're not Latino, you're ignorant to your history. That's what it is. And so you're not educated to your history. And trying to separate yourselves, everybody wants to, again, I can't say this enough, everybody wants to separate themselves when it comes to the negative viewpoints. But then when it's the positive, the fluidity, the athletic ability, the being able to jump, run fast, jump high, hit hard, be elusive, right? They all want to be equated with that. Your rhythm. Teofimo Lopez is somebody that loves to dance in the ring. His rhythm, his athletic ability. Like he said, I fight like a black fighter. What is fighting like a black fighter? What is the definition of? I challenge anybody to give me what is fighting like a black fighter. Is it the athletic ability, the rhythm? You want to adopt that because that's seen as a great thing. Black fighters just run the sport of boxing. It's been that way from the beginning of time. They like to label black fighters as non-punchers, as elusive and not engaging, right? But that's the furthest thing from the truth, because you look at the history of the biggest punchers and knockout artists in the sport of boxing. No, the top 5 are all black. Right now, first thing comes to your mind right now, the 2 biggest punchers in all of boxing right now, Deontay Wilder and Gervonta Tate Davis. Well, they happen to be black. Then you talk about the rhythm, the versatility. See, being a black fighter, definition equals versatility. Because Deontay Wilder can't box, but he's a puncher. Tank Davis can box and punch. Devin Haey can be a pure boxer. Shakur Stevenson can be a pure boxer. Jamel Charlo can be a boxer puncher. Errol Spence can be a thumper, right? With an extremely high work rate, considered a black Mexican fighter, right? Then you got Terrence Crawford, Jerron Boots Ennis that can do it all. Switch from southpaw to orthodox and punch and be athletic and be explosive. They could do it all. When you look at how they consider Caleb Plant, Caleb Plant is a black fighter. Why? Because Caleb Plant's movement, his rhythm, his athletic ability. You don't equate that with Mexican fighters and Caucasian fighters. So Teofimo Lopez says, I fight like a black fighter. No, you don't fight like a black fighter. You are a black fighter that speaks a different language and come from a different island. That's the difference. Period. So there's no such thing as you fight like a black fighter. No, you are a black fighter. You want to identify with, I'm Latino. Just look at the definition of when Latino even came into existence. The word Latino. When did that even come into existence? So we have to educate ourselves. So Teofimo Lopez goes on this rant because he quote unquote claims that Bob Arum and ESPN and Top Rank is favoring the black fighters. Yet he had these big fights. He get bigger fights faster than Shakur Stevenson did. He got the Lomachenko fight, Josh Taylor fight, Richard Comey fight, Nakatani fight. Shakur had to kick, claw, scratch, and scream to get the Oscar Valdez fight. He can't get the Lomachenko fight. Terrence Crawford had to leave Top Rank and kick, claw, and scratch to get the biggest fights because they wasn't giving him the biggest fights. Bob Arum is on record stating that he has an NBF rule. No black fighters. As you building up your young fighters, you don't put them in a ring with black fighters. Why? Because the black fighters naturally have an ability that nobody else has. So everybody wants to be considered black when it comes to that. Everybody wants to be considered black when it comes to their genital area, their private area. Everybody wants to be considered and equated with being black when it comes to the black culture, the way of lifestyle, how you dress, how you talk, how you act. But then when it comes down to actually being black, everybody wants to disassociate themselves. Ain't that amazing? So there goes my insight on that, since y'all asked me. I think Teofimo Lopez should educate himself on his history and who he is, how he got to where he is, how he even... Man, listen, that's all I got for y'all, man. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue, Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notification. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all in one word. That's all I got for you. Another thing is, he accidentally said, I'm black. Then he tried to switch it and said, well, no, I'm Latino, because he knew he was going to get backlash from the quote-unquote Latino community, right? You black. Now you black. So listen what he said. Let's listen what he said.
People want to call me racist for what? What have I said racist about? Black fighters? Black fighters, listen, I'm a black fighter for crying out. I fight like a black fighter, and I'm
See, you see what he said? I'm a black fighter for crying out. Well, no, excuse me. I'm not a black fighter. I fight like a black fighter. Listen again.
So shoot, I'm black from the waist down. You feel me? So, I'm not sorry. This is why people want to call me racist for what? What have I said racist about? Black fighters? Black fighters, listen, I'm a black fighter for crying out. I fight like a black fighter, and I'm Spanish. So shoot, I'm black from the waist down. You feel me?
So you see, he said, I'm a black fighter for crying out. Well, no, I fight like a black fighter. No, you are a black fighter. No, there's no... How many people you see fighting like a black fighter? They far and few in between. They're an anomaly. And still, they lack something. They may have the rhythm, but they may not have the power. And the ring IQ. Man, I'm gone, man. That's all I got for y'all. I'm gone. Peace.